Welcome to Pouches and More, and today we'll be preparing this fabric box pouch. So this is how it looks. It's got a pull tab behind and it's got enough space inside. We can store cosmetics. We can also store accessories. So this is the amount of space inside. This is how it looks below. And there are no raw edges. So let's check out the materials required to make this pouch. We require 2 pieces of main fabric. They have been quilted and they measure 4.5 by 4.5 inches. We also require 2 pieces of lining fabric. They have been fused and they also measure 4.5 by 4.5 inches. We require one main fabric. It measures 3.5 by 15 inches. It's also quilted. We also require one lining fabric which has been fused with interfacing and measures 3.5 by 15 inches. We require one main fabric which is quilted and this measures 15 inches by 1.5 inches. This is also quilted. We also require a lining fabric which has been fused with interfacing measuring 1.5 by 15 inches. Next we require main fabric. This is quilted and it measures 2.5 by 5 inches. This is a lining fabric fused with interfacing also measuring 2.5 by 5 inches. We also require main fabric. This has not been fused or quilted and it measures 3 inches by 6 inches. These are 2 pieces of main fabric and they measure 2 inches by 1 3/4 inches. We require a 16-inch long zip. So these are all the materials we require. So first we'll take the base fabric. This has been quilted and to give it a slight curve in the corner we make a marking of 1/2 inch. So on all 4 corners we'll be making a marking of 1/2 inch. Since we don't want it to be perfectly straight. So there's a slight curve. We'll have to cut this and we'll be cutting it the other 3 also. So we have cut one. Now we'll be cutting the other 3 corners. For that we'll be folding it. And this is how we'll be cutting all the remaining 3 corners. So we have clipped it and we're just going to cut this. So we have finished cutting all 4 corners. We are going to do that for the other main fabric and the remaining lining fabric also. We're just going to curve the corners. So finished curving the corners. Now we're just going to stitch both the lining fabric and the main fabric together, wrong sides together. We're just going to make a simple stitch. So that is done. Now for preparing the strap, you're just going to fold this into half and then we'll get the raw edges to the center. Both raw edges you're going to get to the center and fold it. We can also iron this. I'll be hand pressing it. Both the raw edges to the center and we'll have to make another fold. So we're going to make another fold. This is our strap. Now we're just going to clip it. We need to make 2 stitches on this. So finished doing that. Now we'll take one of the main fabric that we just stitched. We're just going to make a center mark. We need a center mark. So we have folded it in half and made a center mark. We need to fix the strap. So for that we need a center mark. Now this is our center mark. And we're just going to fix the strap on either side. So on both the sides we're just going to clip it now and then we'll be making a stitch on this. This is for the strap. So this will be the top part of the pouch. So this is how it will be. Now we need to make a straight stitch. Now this is the main fabric. It is facing up, right side is facing up. We'll take the zipper, the slider side facing down, just align it from top and clip the entire thing. Now we'll take the lining fabric, right side facing down. We'll align it so the right sides are together over here with the zipper in between. We'll align it from the side and the top and just clip the entire thing. We need to make a straight stitch over here. Now the stitch is done. We're just going to open, hand press the fabrics, both the fabrics. We're just going to hand press it. We need to make a top stitch. So for that we're just going to hand press the whole thing and we need to make a top stitch over here. Now we'll take the other side of the main fabric that we quilted. If it is directional, please say that the direction is proper. Now on the other side we're just going to place the main fabric, right side facing down. Align it from the side and the top and clip the entire thing. Now this is done. We're just going to turn it over. On the lining side we're going to place the lining fabric, right side facing down, align from the side and top and clip the entire thing. So here lining fabrics are together and main fabrics are together. We'll make a straight stitch over here. Now that is done. Again we'll just hand press the fabrics. We need to make a top stitch on this. So we're just going to hand press the fabrics and make a top stitch over here. Now these are two fabrics for the pull tab. We are going to do the same thing, just fold it in half. Get the raw edges to the center, to the line that we just made, and then again fold it. We're just going to clip this. We need to make a stitch on this both. So we'll do the same for the other fabric also. So we'll make a stitch on both these. This is our main fabric which we just prepared. Now the pull tab, we're just going to fold it in half. We need to place the pull tabs on the zipper. So for that, just fold it in half. Now on the zipper side, on the slider side, we're just going to pull the slider inside. Remember to pull the slider inside and then place the loop. So the loop side is inside and the raw edge is outside, that is aligning with the raw edge. We're just going to place it on the zipper teeth. Remember to put the slider inside on the slider side. Similarly we'll do it on the other side also. Now we need to make a stitch over here. Pull the slider inside. And we are also going to stitch the entire thing, that is to hold the lining and main fabrics together. So finish doing that, we'll just cut the extra zip. Now we need to attach the side fabrics. For that we have taken both the side fabrics. Now the right side of the main fabric will be facing the right side. So we'll place them together like this. I will just turn them over. On the lining side we are going to place the lining side. So the right side down. So the right sides over here, both are together and we need to make a straight stitch. So one side we have finished stitching, we're just going to open both the fabrics, hand press it, and we need to make a top stitch over here. So both together we'll be making a top stitch. I finished doing top stitch. Now we'll take the side fabric and we'll just attach it to the other side of the main fabric, right sides together. Now we need to make a stitch. The lining fabric we have not attached, only the main fabrics have been attached. So we made a stitch over here. Now for the lining fabric we are just going to make a fold that is around 1/4 inches fold, and we are going to place it directly on the seam. So like this, on the right side we are going to directly place it on the seam. We will be folding the lining fabric 1/4 inch inside and directly placing it on the seams. Now we'll just open the zip. Now from the main fabric side we need to make a top stitch over here. So the other side we have folded the lining fabric, and from this side we'll be making the top stitch. Now this is the base fabric that we did. Now we're just going to make a center marking. We need to join them to the main body, so we're just going to make a center marking. 4 side center marking is not necessary, we can do it only 2 sides. I have made 4 sides. Now we'll take the main body that we prepared. The top stitch is done. Now on this also we'll make a marking. So for that we'll put the seams together that we just stitched and make a marking. This is our center of one side, and this will be the center of the other side. We'll do that on the base also. So we'll put the seams together and make a marking, and we'll do the marking on the other side also. So the marking is done. Now we'll take the main body and we'll just turn it, that is wrong side out. Once it is turned, now we need to be careful. This is the zip and this is the base, so it will come on the other side. It won't come on the zipper side. The one with the strap will come on the zipper side, since it will be the top. Now we're just going to align the center points, that is on the base side, and we're going to clip the entire thing. So we're just going to clip it now. The corners are slightly curved, so it can be a bit difficult since the body is straight and the base is curved. So in case it is difficult, we can make slight cuts on the curved part. This is the straight part, so I'll just clip it. Now this is the curved part over here. This is the curved part. So what we can do is, on the body we can just make small cuts, very small cuts, so that it sits properly on the base. So now it's going to spread and stay properly on the curved part. So we're going to do that for all the corners, and we are going to clip the entire base to the main body. So this is the base side. We have to make a stitch all around over here, a simple straight stitch all around. Now the base is ready. I will repeat the same steps for the top also. So our marking is there. Now we'll take the top part. This is the one with the strap, and I'm just going to make the center marking. So our centers are marked. Now we'll just open the zips, since once we put the top also we won't have any place to turn it. Now this is the front part where the zip opens, it's the front part. So we have to attach the top part like this, so that when we open, our strap is in this position. So we are just going to align the center marks and clip the entire thing as we did for the base. Cut the corners also. So we have clipped the entire thing. So when we open it, the strap should be like this. Now we're going to make a stitch all around. So I finished stitching both the base and the top parts. Now we need a binding strip measuring 37 inches by 1.5 inch. So since the raw edge is seen, we are just going to start binding. We are going to place the binding strip like this. We'll start from behind and we are going to bind the entire raw edge. So this is done. We're going to stitch all around. We'll cut the extra since we require it for the other part also. Now we have just clipped the entire binding. We're going to make a stitch all around. So we have stitched the binding on one side. Now to complete the binding, we'll have to turn it and double fold it again. So we are just turning the whole thing. Now we're just going to double fold this, that is one fold and a second fold. So we need to double fold this binding strip to completely enclose the raw edge. So this is how it will be, two fold, and we're just going to clip it. We'll do this for the top as well as the bottom. Double fold the binding strip and clip the whole thing. So done the top, now we'll do the bottom also. So we have done both, prepared both, and I have clipped it. Now we can also make a machine stitch. I'll be doing a hand stitch to complete this. So it will be a simple blind stitch. We need to be careful that we do not pierce through the quilting. So it's a simple blind stitch that we'll be doing. Now this stitch should not come from this side. So we have completed the binding also. Now we're just going to turn it to the right side. So our pouch is completely done, and this is how it looks. It's got the pull tab on both. This is the strap. And we have binded the raw edges, so there are no raw edges inside also. And this is the space that we will be having inside. Please do try this. Thanks for watching. Bye.